Well, look at this. Disney animators reportedly reveal Wish was a disaster behind the scenes. I mean, I can believe it because, this was the animation. That was god awful. Look at it. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like a PS2 cutscene, doesn't it? You know, you get one of those like quick time events. It looks like that. Bloody awful. Anyway, this is fascinating stuff. So this comes from Chris Gore and Alan NG over at Film Threat. And they revealed this in a video. So they had some inside information about the making of Wish and why it was so amazingly weak regarding its animation or lack thereof. Because this had $200 million spent on it, guys. $200 million. Where? Where is it? I don't see it. So that's been one of the major complaints and the story's crap as well. But it's fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. So this is in addition to the story and inserted wokeness, but purely about how downright pale, flabby, and under-animated the movie is. A disaster behind the scenes? Yeah, believe it. This is over on That Park Place. I'll leave a link down below. Please do check them out. So Alan points out things like the choice of framing were done to hide the inability of the animators to depict a horse walking. He referenced one scene where Magnifico rides a horse, doing it all in a semi-close-up, probably because the inexperienced, inept animators cannot animate a horse's legs and movements believably. Shocking, considering this is supposed to be the commemorative 100 years of Disney animation benchmark movie for the Walt Disney Company. This is their centennial year. Crazy. Crazy stuff. So, after Alan's scathing review, actual animators from inside Disney, current and former, apparently reached out to NG and Gore to express their frustrations and detailed how the film was changed in the production process from the original intentions. The film was, believe it or not, supposed to be all about the classic Disney theme, When You Wish Upon a Star. But corporate culture at Disney warped all of that. Which again, I can believe. I can 100% believe that. So first of all, there was apparently pressure from management to hire people based on their sex and ethnicity over talent. We see this all the time. Apparently that caused a lot of friction, and many of the talented animators of the past, Disney's greats basically, were like, yeah, I'm noping out on this. Go away. And that would leave behind culture where the remaining people are being suppressed and afraid for their jobs, which we see all the time. You get this everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I'm currently in academia. I'm doing a master's degree. And you could voice the most innocuous, demonstrably true statement and you'd get lambasted. It's bizarre. I've not been in education or academia for a very long time now. And holy shit, has it changed. My God, it has changed. So the anonymous sources who reached out all used the word activist to describe what was going on and how such people were openly attempting to overthrow the traditional animators and talents in the company. We actually saw this with Pixar because they ousted Lasseter from Pixar, the guy who basically made Pixar a huge success. They were like, no, we need him gone because he hugs people. I'm like, fuck off. Strange individuals. So NG explains that the film's director at the press screening he attended described the main character to the film's composer or songwriter as an activist. She's an activist. Which, let's face it, isn't exactly a character attribute that should be inspiring songwriting in any movie, let alone the Disney 100-year tentpole. So Gore points out that American entertainment is shrinking and especially losing appeal overseas because this all-American wokeness is not appreciated or acceptable in, over the seas, basically. Which makes a lot of sense. Disney edits their Chinese stuff all the time. So that makes sense. Again, we know this sort of look at the world, this diverse equality look at the world, is very much a Western concept. Like, if you've done any traveling, ladies and gents, you'll be well aware that most people in the world look at this kind of stance and go, what the fuck are you on? That's so bizarre. So, yeah, people in the industry with integrity and talent speak out and leave companies that won't let you make better things, basically. So as NG notes, Disney was for anyone who wanted to be an animator, the gold standard, and now, from what they've heard from inside, that dream is being killed by the company, even while they make pretenses of quietening the noise on the outside, while none of it is actually happening inside, which, again, I can believe this. I mean, they're not doing very well, ladies and gents. They're not doing particularly well. Disney, for instance, I mean, they keep banging on about how we're definitely doing it, guys. We're definitely doing it. And then every single thing that comes out and any statement that they make just indicates they're absolutely not doing that. They are unequivocally not quieting the noise. They 100% are just steamrolling down a path of absolute nonsense. And the fact that, you know, this was to celebrate their centennial year, cost $200 million. I mean, this is awful. Look at that. That's... it's just so bad. Again, you know, I go to the fact that this looks like some weird QuickTime event. Look at the weird colours in the background. It's just so... it's just... I don't know. And this, like, look at this. This looks like 2D. Doesn't look 3D, does it? None of this looks 3D. Bloody terrible. There's no depth, you know? There's no depth there. Perspective's all off. It's so strange. So, yeah, I mean, I can believe all of this. I can believe that there's people behind the scenes just causing it to be a total shit show. And then it's just all activists. I can believe all of that. There's nothing which indicates otherwise. It's not exactly like, oh, this is, you know, really good and people are just poo-pooing it. No, it looks absolute shit. And again, we've heard people leaving everything everywhere now. People are just sick to death of this stuff. So, what do you guys think? I'd love to hear it. I mean, this is a bomb now. This is a huge bomb for Disney. $200 million. I think it did $50 million worldwide, if I remember rightly. I mean, that's god-awful. God-awful. This will just sink. This will be comparable to Strange Worlds, which was a monumental loss for Disney. Around the same time, actually, last year. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Have you seen it? Did you appreciate the animation? Did you think the lead was an activist? Love to hear it. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.